Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV. So it's been quite a while since I updated you on our trip. I think somewhere in early December I let you know our route down. Now I'll give you a little update on what we've been doing the last couple months in the Southwest. So far we've camped at several spots, but we actually haven't been on any hookups. It's been all dry camping and mostly low cost or free. So I'll go through each spot here. We started over Salton Sea and we went east a bit, and then we actually doubled back and we ended up back at the Salton Sea. And recently we've got sort of more north and got into Nevada. But I'll go through each place and let you know where we camped and sort of where we were able to dump and fill and get supplies, that sort of thing. So let's start first with the Salton Sea. That was our first stop in December. We came down out of the high desert, and it was actually about 88 degrees when we arrived. It kind of cooled down after that, but it's one of our favorite spots to come to, especially that time of year in December. It's one of the lower elevation points, so it's usually nice and warm down there. We started camping at a place called Corvina Beach right here, which is $10 a night, dry camping right on the Salton Sea. Over here is your headquarters camp, and that's where you can dump and fill. They charge you $7 for the dump fee. Picking up water is free though. And of course, you're pretty close to Palm Springs over here to go drive in and get supplies. But we did find out that another campground that we like along here was reopened Salt Creek down here. You can see where this little creek comes out of the hills there. And it had closed due to flooding for a few years, but it was back open, and we really liked that one even better than the Corvina Beach. So we went down there. Altogether, we were down here probably about 12 days or so before we decided to leave. We decided to start heading east, and to another favorite spot is Bola National Wildlife Refuge, right on the Colorado River between California and Arizona. You can see all the farmland along there. That's Blythe. Over here is the famous quartzite. But we camp right across from the visitor center. There's a little BLM area that you can go into right here. So we camped there. We were there pretty well over Christmas, enjoyed Christmas at that spot, and drove around and saw the birds and all that. There's kind of a loop drive at Cibola. All these places I have, more detailed videos on. You can go to my website, Love You RV, or my YouTube channel and just search for them, and you'll find, either 1, 2, maybe 3 videos even on them. After that, we moved down the road to Saddle Mountain. Now, Saddle Mountain is pretty close to Phoenix, a little bit west down I-10 from Phoenix, and it's just off of maybe about 20-minute drive in off of I-10. And there's a dispersed camping area right up against the beautiful mountains there. We love that spot. It's very peaceful, beautiful views. We spent New Year's there, celebrated New Year's, welcome 2022. And unfortunately, we didn't stay too long, or maybe a week or so. But the flies were really starting to get bad there. You can see this farmland here. There's a kind of a chicken farm right here. And somewhere over here, I think they dump their manure, and when the temperatures rise, the flies get pretty bad. But where did we get our water? Right along in here, I can't really remember the exact spot. There it is, Saddle Vista Ranch. There's a guy in there, and he has a dump station and water and garbage, so you can pay to get rid of that stuff. Just a low amount of dollar value, like $5 or $10, and you can dump and fill and get garbage. That sort of thing. I forgot to mention at Cibola where we got rid of our stuff. We were at Cibola and up in Blythe, drove up to Blythe, and in the town of Blythe, there's actually, if you look up online, there's a municipal dumping area somewhere in there. You look it up on Sandy Dumps and you'll find it. So we were able to dump there. I think it's $7. And then we went into a quartzite to actually get fresh water. Drove over into quartzite and forget what it's like, something stop along Highway 95. There's a famous place that has propane and water, so we actually got propane and water at. I'll put the name of it up. I forget it right now. Anyway, so back at Saddle Mountain now. We had decided that we weren't going to go much more east or south from Saddle Mountain because we had heard the pack rats were pretty bad down around Oregon Pipe and stuff like that. So we made the decision to double back and go to a longtime favorite of ours, which is over near Yuma. You can see Yuma here and Imperial Sand Dunes. So we went and camped at what they call Ogleby Road. Some people refer to it as American Girl Mine Road. And we got in there and got a good spot to camp. We actually maxed out our 14 days there. We kind of like it because it's very peaceful. We drove way in here where there wasn't too many RVs and spent our full 2 weeks that we were allowed 14-day limit there. For water and dump there, over here, just as you're going in this little town of Felicity, there's a Chevron station, and they charge you, I forget what it is, maybe $10 to dump. And they do have some kind of well water there, but I like to go back and get it at the rest stop. On the way back, there's a rest stop, and there it is right there. And they have a water spigot there. And they also have lots of big garbage cans there, so you can get rid of your garbage there. So what do we do next? I decided to go back to Salton Sea again. One reason is I had some big packages I was going to get brought in. I wanted to get a sewer tote and also had a power station and stuff. So it's hard to get stuff shipped to you. So I had some friends in Palm Springs area and was able to utilize their home addresses and wait for the packages. So we actually stayed there for 20 days, quite a long time, but we just kind of hunkered in there. And once I got the sewer tote, I was able to just go get water and bring it back from the headquarters camp. So we stayed there until the temperatures started to get a little too hot for us boondocking. It was starting to get up around 85 or 90 and a little windy. So we decided to finally pack it in and start heading up in elevation. We wanted to get up into Nevada, and we needed a place to stop over at halfway to break up the trip. So we stopped at this site called Amboy Crater. I had a recent video on it, and we camped in their parking area, overnighted for 2 days there just to break up the trip. Nice scenery around there, and there's a nice blacktop to camp on. And then finally we've moved up to Nevada, a spot we haven't been to in many years called Snowbird Mesa. And you can see right there is the Valley of Fire, and it's very close. And over here is Lake Mead, and then Las Vegas is just over this way. So on Snowbird Mesa, you can camp for free up on top of this ledge. There's all kinds of trails in. Some people call it Poverty Flats as well. There's a kind of flat area below, and then you can go up a hill and get onto Snowbird Mesa. And then there's another road, I think it's called Sand Mine Road, that goes around here that you can camp at. Of course, you can camp in the park itself. I forget what the name of it is. There's a beach down here, Stewart's Beach, I think. Stewart's Point, and it's got some camping. The road in is quite rough. There it is, Stewart's Point Campground. That's actually in the National Recreation Area. But the views of the ocean, the sea, or the lake is really nice, especially when it's calm. And you can see across to the beautiful colored cliffs and stuff like that. So for dump, I get in here, there's this Echo Bay. There's a dump station at that campground in the recreational area. Right in there, they have a campground, and they have a dump station there. Doesn't seem to be any fee involved, although you have to have your pass to get into the recreational area. There's a day fee, or if you have like the yearly pass. I have the yearly pass. And all through the National Recreation Area, there's dumpsters everywhere, so you can get rid of your trash. So go there and get water and fill, that sort of thing. And then over to the east a bit from the Snowbird Mesa, there's the town of Overton for supplies. There's some nice grocery store in there called Lynn's Grocery that's got really good deli and bakery, that sort of thing. So you got pretty well everything you need there. Anyway, that's it so far. I'll give you some little bit of pictures here to end the video, and maybe some video footage from up here on the Snowbird Mesa. We recently had a big windstorm and even got some rain today, and even a rainbow. So stay tuned. Next, we think we're going to probably head up into Utah for March. Till next time, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Cheers, everyone. Some pretty blustery days here on Snowbird Mesa. Last few days starting to calm down a bit, but today has featured some huge clouds. Really cool the way the sun is coming through the clouds and lighting up the desert in spots. In other spots it's super dark. I'm mostly sitting inside the RV enjoying the show. Let's give you a look around. Over this way is what they call the Moapa Valley. And right over there is the town of Overton. It's where we pick up groceries and fuel, stuff like that. Just an amazing scene.